So we got the first teaser for the Lantern series that's coming out later this year, and I honestly thought it was kind of funny. Before I even talk about the trailer itself, that it got leaked online and basically forced them to drop it a day early. And now, kind of talking about the trailer, they didn't show a lot, and I think that's why a lot of people are already kind of concerned about what the series is going to look like and what it's going to be about and what they might be leaving out. Now, the two biggest concerns I have, and I could be completely wrong, because it is just a teaser, and we're gonna get the real official trailer, before the series comes out. So all of this could change the second that drops. But still, first we get a visual of the suit, and to me it looks really bland. And honestly, it doesn't feel like the right color. I had this image in my head of what the suit should look like, and the green isn't really the green I thought we were gonna get, obviously. And again, it's just a teaser, but you kind of want a teaser to hype people up and to get people talking, to get the word of mouth going, get people anticipating the series coming out and wanting to watch it when it comes out. And I don't think the teaser did that. And obviously, I think the suit is meant to look kind of old and weathered. But for me personally, and obviously not everyone's going to think this way, but I just don't like the way it looks. And then my other concern, which again might not be a big deal because it's just teasers, there's basically no spectacle. And when I think of Green Lantern, I don't think grounded necessarily. It definitely could be grounded. But when I think of Green Lantern, I think big spectacle, high stakes, like pretty much the opposite of grounded. And this series feels grounded not only in the teaser itself, but even in the way it's being described. It's being described like a true detective crime type series where there's an incident that brings them to this Midwest small town, and obviously that to me feels grounded. And to me, again, Green Lantern needs big spectacle, and you can definitely do that in a show. It doesn't have to be in a movie. And also, we get the handing off of the baton, so to speak, Hal passing off the ring. And, that's fine. I'm not really concerned about that dynamic. But again, we don't really see any powers in this trailer. He flies a little bit, but that's basically it. There's nothing that really makes you go, oh wow, and that's what I was looking for. And I'm sure some other people were looking for it too. And I think especially in superhero things, there just needs to be a lot of action. And if you don't get to see any of these powers in even a teaser that is the first kind of thing we get for the show, I think that's kind of a mistake. And honestly, if you like this trailer, that's perfectly fine. I didn't like totally hate it. I'm just not really that hyped at all about it. It didn't really do anything for me, and I was expecting at least a little something, again, with the powers, a better look at the suit, something that makes you feel like, okay, I can't wait for this thing to come out. Another thing is Sinestro is confirmed, which makes me a little confused only because, you know, I'm thinking, how is this show going to be grounded, but also involve this cosmic threat? And then how does that tie into this small town? I don't really know what they're going to do with that, but I guess that makes it a little interesting. There's this kind of suspense there, but I just don't know how this is going to work if they're going for grounded while also bringing in Sinestro, if that makes sense. And Guy Gardner is returning for this series too. We didn't get any of him in the teaser, which is maybe a little interesting. And then, back to Sinestro really quick. Obviously, it could be grounded with him, but I just don't think that's as interesting as him being this like full-on cosmic threat that he is. And I feel like you're doing a disservice to him if you make him grounded. Um, and the teaser does hint at a little mystery, and honestly, that might be the most interesting part of it, the mystery aspect. Now, to be fair and kind of appease the other side of this, teasers sometimes hide the big stuff because they don't want to show anything huge right away. But my argument to that is, the DCU is essentially in a soft reboot, and this is the first Green Lantern live action thing we have in this soft reboot. Wouldn't you want to come out swinging a little bit? Obviously, without spoiling everything. But again, it is just a teaser. If this was the actual trailer, it'd be a little different. And if the official trailer comes out in a month or two, whenever it drops, and it shows all this cool stuff, and we get a better look at the suit, and we see, some actual powers and spectacle, everything I'm saying right now could end up being wrong, and that's fine. And I kind of want it to be wrong. I don't want this show to be bad. I just obviously want it to be good. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Just a quick reaction to the teaser, a tiny bit of breakdown. We'll see if we get any rumors or leaks going forward, and we'll see what the official trailer looks like down the road, and if it's better than what we got here. And again, if you liked the teaser, great. If you didn't like it, even if it's for different reasons, let me know. And if you're seeing this, let me know what you think. And that's it.